Hi friends, I'm Smita and welcome to my channel Divine Vibrations. I hope you and your family, everyone is happy and safe in this difficult times. We are all going through a second lockdown and the COVID situation is really bad everywhere. So please take care all of you. The last 10 to 15 days has been very difficult for me as well because I lost many people whom I loved, and it's been really very depressing and devastating. And that's the reason I could not post this video earlier. I know it's very late. I've not posted anything in the last whole week, and I'm sorry for that for all my fans and followers who wait for my videos and posts. Please excuse me this time. I was just not feeling up to it. But today I said I should get back to work. We have to rise above it, right? The energy, I'm sure you all must have felt it, been very, very heavy in the last few days, 2 weeks perhaps. And we have all been going through a lot of flux and change, or should I say upgrade. We have been seeing a lot of dream activity and also receiving a lot of downloads from universe. We have been trying to integrate these changes, going within, absorbing them. It has shown us things that we weren't looking at or paying attention to, and also make those important changes that we knew for a long time were necessary, but we were avoiding it. We are entering a time now where we need to step into our sovereignty and power and let go of the things that we have been clinging to out of fear, whether it is a situation, a job, a relationship, a place, whatever it may be for you. So today's video is about the full moon that is happening in Libra today, that is April 26th and 27th, depending on where we are in the universe. It is happening in the Swati Nakshatra of Libra. Swati is ruled by Rahu. Rahu teaches us the value of flexibility and creativity in the face of an unpredictable or variable situations. And we are going through that, right? The situations are so unpredictable, we don't know what will happen tomorrow. This full moon is coming just in the right time in the Rahu ruled nakshatra, showing us how to adjust to the situation. Libra is an air sign, which highlights the mental, social, and philosophical nature of the air signs. The air signs are currently being strengthened. There is a big focus on the air signs. The full moon is happening in Libra, Jupiter is in Aquarius, and Mars is in Gemini. All three air signs are being triggered, strengthened, activated at this time. So there will be a lot of mind activity, a lot of thinking, a lot of processing that is happening in our brains and our minds. There is also a very strong stellium forming in Aries. We have the Mercury there, we have Sun, we have Uranus, and we also have Venus there. Aries is a sign of the child, the baby. It is the first sign of the zodiac cycle. It is the sign of ourselves. Sun is also the planet of self, and they are together. The planet Venus, the planet of feminine energy, and the planet of communication, that is Mercury, is also there together. All this is bringing an emphasis on our feminine traits and where we are in disbalance and where we are not communicating clearly. So our communication to ourselves, where are you negatively talking to yourself? I feel a lot of problems arise because of our own negative self-talk. We keep telling ourselves stupid things. Honestly, things we have heard in our childhood, things others tell us. People may call us fat and we start thinking we are fat. People may call us dumb, we start thinking we are dumb. And then they may have told it once to us, but we keep repeating it to us all the time. You are useless, you are dumb, you are good for nothing, you are lazy, you are not smart enough, you are not beautiful enough, you are not good enough. Don't we all do that? That needs to stop. That needs to stop. We need to honor ourselves. We need to love ourselves. The big focus is on self-love at this time. Unless you don't love yourself, you will never be able to love another person. Trust me on that. You can only love someone as much as you love yourself. If you are not loving yourself enough, you will never be able to love someone else as much. Remember, we are all human. We have our goods, we have our bads, we have our uglies also. There is a lot of shadow side in all of us. We make mistakes, we say wrong things, we do wrong things. We are unjust sometimes, we are unfair sometimes, we are greedy sometimes, we are lustful sometimes, we are many things that the world says bad. But we are ultimately human. We are going to go through these phases. We can't be 100% perfect, right? So you need to absorb and accept all those traits of yours. Yes, I have been selfish sometimes. That's okay. I'm human. But I've realized and I've stopped. That is important. I'm being greedy. Be aware. Stop. I'm being lustful. Be aware. Stop. I'm being unfair. Be aware and stop. So the problem is not that you are having all these negative traits or these ugly shadow sides within you. The problem is that you refuse to look at it, heal it, and rise above it. So you need to be aware of yourself. You need to look at yourself more closely, accept yourself as you are, and then start working on healing those aspects of you and those blocks and beliefs in you that are causing your downfall, that are causing your self-sabotage, that are causing you to be stuck in a situation. Your fears, your blocks that are causing you to not be able to receive love, to receive abundance, to receive the goodness of life. Remember, you are your biggest block. Nothing outside of you is a block. If you will heal yourself, the outside situations, your life will automatically heal. What you are inside is what you will see outside in your life. This full moon is happening on the Aries and Libra axis. The Aries, as I just told you, we are having the stellium there, so all those planets are getting activated. And Libra is having the full moon. Aries is about self, Libra is about relationships, the world around you. And that is where the activation is taking place. How you are to yourself and how you are behaving in your relationships. How the relationships around you have influenced you. How you have unconsciously absorbed beliefs, traits, habits, quirks from the people around you that are not yours. Are you what you are, or are you just being a mirror or a replica of someone else? Are your beliefs your own? Do you agree with them? Have you created them? Or are you just blindly following the beliefs of someone else around you without questioning the good or the correct or the right or the wrong? That is what you need to check at this time. Your perspective about yourself. Is it yours, or is it what the people around you have made you believe? Your perspective about a situation, is it yours, or what the people around you have made you believe? Your perspective about your relationship, your job, your life, is it your own, or have you absorbed the beliefs and perspectives of other people around you? So look at that. This is the time to see that, to question that, to find it out. If your beliefs match theirs, very good, that means you're on the right path. But if your beliefs don't match it, you will feel very stuck and suffocated and lifeless, unmotivated, listless and unhappy. Then you need to change your perspective. Stand up for your own views, your beliefs, your perspective, and be honest and truthful with yourself. Be authentic. So this is a wonderful time to get a clear perspective about your life, what has been unstable, to open to new thoughts and structures and ideas. And also a good time to communicate better. Venus and Mercury together will teach you how to communicate with love, with emotion, be nurturing, caring to yourself and to the people around you. So let us see what the tarot cards have to say for this full moon happening today and tomorrow. What the tarot cards have to say, what energy will this full moon bring? What energy will this full moon in Libra bring? Two cards fell out, so I will take both. We have don't dim to fit in. And this is exactly what I was trying to explain just now. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Especially when you are an empath or you are a healer or you are a very sensitive soul. We observe other people's energies and we know that they don't like when we stand up to them, whether it's our parents, whether it's our friends, relatives, or society in general. Usually, star seeds, they think differently. They don't conform to the normal way of society. And when they stand up for themselves, people don't like it and their light is dim. They're called too sensitive, you're too cranky, you're too emotional, you're too weird. And they make you feel out of place, they make you dim your light. You start feeling, okay, I'm weird, I'm too emotional, I'm too sensitive, I should not behave like this, it's bad. You're made to feel guilty for what you are. And that makes you dim your light. That makes you not express your true self in your authentic way. But the time is now to stand up and shine your light. Don't dim it for the people around you. If they can't bear your light, let them wear glares. But you are not going to dim your light. Speak your truth. Be authentic. Let your light shine. Let your thoughts shine. Let your beliefs shine. Share your voice. Share your beliefs. Share your thoughts. Share your perspectives. And we have the great gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits soul tribe. So you don't need to worry. It will all come together. Your soul tribe is there supporting you. You will receive the intuition of what is right and what is wrong, which direction you need to take. The universe is supporting you. Your angels, your guides, your masters, your soul tribes in the physical form, everyone will come to your support the moment you stand up in your light, the moment you stand up in your truth. The whole universe will come forward to support you. But you need to make the first step, remember that. Let's see what other energies are coming to us at this time. What other energies are coming to us at this time? Wow, we have transformation, which is the Scorpio card. A fresh new way of living energies. We do need this transformation. We know in our souls and our hearts and our intuition that we need to change our lives. We can feel it. We know that some change, big major change is called for. We need to make that change. But we fear our beliefs, our patterns, our addictions, our perspectives, whatever it was, our insecurities that have been stopping us all this while. But now we are getting the impetus, we are getting the support from our soul tribe to go ahead and make this transformation and change our lives. In the next few months, we will see a lot of change in the universe, a lot of change in many situations in the universe. A lot of people's lives will change. Let's pull out one unicorn card to see what else. And we have surprise. Look for the unexpected today. Wow. As I said, a great transformation is happening and something very beautiful will come into your life. Some unexpected surprise will come into your life. Maybe something that you were hoping for and waiting for will happen. Or something new will come into your life. Maybe you're waiting for love and you'll meet a person suddenly who will be the love of your life. Or you were waiting for a job for some time and you'll find the perfect job now. Or you'll find the perfect house to move into. Or it could be anything depending on your situation. Remember, these are general readings. So take what resonates and you can leave the rest. Be prepared, for the universe wants to surprise you. So be prepared for that. Let's see what new beginnings are coming into our life at this time. What new beginnings will come into our life at this time? What new beginnings will come into our life at this time? I'll pull out 3 cards and then we'll see that. We have the moon and we are doing the reading for the full moon. We have the Queen of Cups and we have the 7 of Cups. Did you notice one thing? The colors are so similar in all 3 cards. And there's a big emphasis on blue and violets here. So a lot of throat chakra and crown chakra activity, especially the throat chakra and the third eye chakra. Blue indigos Okay, so we have the moon, the queen of cups, and the seven of cups. So all water energy is here. So I think a lot of change will come in our emotions because there's so much water in this cards. It could also be a water sign that maybe come into your life or leave your life and create a significant change in your life. Water signs could be Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. But what I'm getting is that you have been confused about the direction you needed to move forward. You had two options, and you were sitting there thinking which is the right option, and you were in a confusion. Your fears and your insecurities were acting up, that was stopping you from making any decision. But now you are tapping into your emotions and you're checking out all the options that are available to you. You are getting out of this dream state or this illusions or this fantasy that you were living in your mind, and you are tapping into your intuition and your heart space, and you are dealing with your shadow side. You are dealing with your negative habits and traits. You are now becoming more and more emotionally stable. You are checking out your options and deleting those that are not right for you. You are clearing the clutter from your mind, from your life, from your house, from your relationships. You are eliminating all that is not serving you, all that is not giving you happiness, all that is blocking you, all that is not helping you move forward and reach fulfillment and happiness in your life. You are now looking at all these things very clearly. You have reached the pinnacle, the cup is in your hand. You have become emotionally mature. You have learned your lessons. You are seeing clearly, and now you are taking the decisions in the right direction. Lovely. Let us see what cycles will end in our lives. What cycles will end in our lives? What endings that will happen due to this full moon? We have just breathe, which is the Four of Swords. We have believe and succeed, which is the Six of Wands. And we have heal, which is the Star card. So what I'm feeling about this ending here is that we have taken a break. We have been healing ourselves. We got two cards of healing here. We have taken a break. We have healed ourselves. We have looked at our shadow sides. She's looking at a mirror. So we have looked at ourselves, we have gone within, we have healed ourselves, we have looked at the chains that were binding us, our beliefs, our patterns, our addictions that have kept us tied down, that have kept us away from this success, and that have not let us rise above, move forward in our life, that have kept us stuck in a situation, unhappy, unhealthy, toxic situations, toxic relationships, toxic jobs, toxic businesses, toxic environments, which were just not making us happy, which were just not giving us the freedom we wanted, which were just not giving us the happiness, satisfaction, peace that we wanted. We have looked at our patterns, we have healed those shadows, those fears, those insecurities, those beliefs, those perceptions, we have healed them. There may have also been ego and pride in some of us that needed to be healed and let go of. Sometimes that is our biggest block. Too much pride, too much ego, which keeps us from moving forward, saying sorry, saying yes, I was wrong, you were right. That pride and that ego creates a distance between relationships, creates a distance between people, because no one wants to say sorry, no one wants to apologize or correct the wrongs that they have done, or accept that they did wrong, accept that they were unaware, or accept that they hurt you. They keep defending themselves with wrong things or distracting themselves with addictions, but they will not accept that they made a mistake and it's time for them to correct it. So if you've been doing all this, it's time now to end all of this. It's time to stop procrastinating, stop distracting yourself. The time has come to stop doing all this. If you have blocked yourself, if you have been in your ego and pride, the time has now come to be humble. You need to end that. You need to stop clinging because of ego. Actually, ego gives rise to our fears, ego gives rise to our arrogance, ego gives rise to our insecurities, our addictions. We do all those things just to satisfy our ego and our fears. So the time has come to stop this. And we have now completed our healing process. And we are ready to now move forward believe in ourselves and succeed in our lives. We are now ready to move forward. So let us see on a personal level how will this full moon affect us. These are the archetype cards. So we will pull out 3 light attributes and 3 shadow attributes that will affect us. So what positive change will it bring within us? What light attributes will it bring within us in this full moon? What light attribute will it bring within us in this full moon? We have visionary, and it reads capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others. Willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. So we will become visionaries, we will start seeing things. We have healed ourselves, remember, and she's looking at that. Look at this. How divine is this mirror that she is seeing? She's seeing the abundance and the how she's connected to the universe, how divine she is, how she has the whole universe within herself. And we will break those chains. We will start understanding and communicating with universe. We will see things. Our intuition, I mentioned that this is a good time for us to get downloads and intuition, to focus on that. And that's why we will see things that others can't see. We will see a future that others can't see. We will see situations, we will see opportunities but that others are not able to see at the moment. And we will be able to move forward with that regardless of what we gain or lose in the event. Because we are now looking at the big picture. We are not looking at our own selfish ends. And in today's weekly reading, we got the card also. Looking at the big picture, we got the card for this. The time has come to look forward. Usually in some situations, we are so focused that if I take this step, how will it harm me or what will I gain from it? And we forget to look at the bigger picture. We get so stuck in our ego that we want our own safety and security. That's it. We don't care about the other people around us. We don't care about the greater benefit it will bring the world. But now we are ready to look at that. And we have martyr, learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. So now we are understanding that we don't need to protect ourselves. I just mentioned that here. We were trying to protect ourselves and now we are ready to be the martyr for the bigger good, for the higher cause. We are ready to lay down our life or our pride or our ego or our insecurities or our name, fame, money for the higher good. We are looking at the bigger picture now and we are learning to rise above our own greed, our own selfish reasons, our own lives and see the bigger picture of our action. And we have storyteller, ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. So we are learning how to express ourselves, we are learning to share about life, about the wisdom, about the lessons we have learned. And I remember I mentioned that Venus and Mercury are in Aries with Sun. So we are learning expression, we are learning communication, we are learning to speak properly, clearly and in a very pragmatic and wise way so that others can learn from our own life experiences. Let us pull out what negative traits we need to be careful about at this time. We have damsel and the shadow is waiting for a knight to provide for you, seduction by romantic illusion. So if you have been acting like a damsel who is in distress and who needs a knight in shining armor to save her or someone else to come and improve your life, someone else to come and help you in a situation, someone else to come and change your life to make it happy or to make it stable or to bring balance or to help you in any situation. The universe is asking you to get out of that energy and take action yourself. I always tell people who come to me also for readings, for help, for healing. I always say that I can only give you the tools. Ultimately, you need to do it yourself. Even a healer or a life coach or even as a numerologist or as a spiritual teacher, all I can do is show you the path, but you have to walk it yourself. I cannot bring that change in your life. That change needs to come from you. You need to change your life. Unless you won't take action, nothing will change in your life. You can crib and cry all your life. about how bad your life is, how stuck you are, how difficult your situation is. But unless you take proper action and right action, it's not going to change. It's just going to remain as it is. So get out of that damsel in distress attribute or victim mentality and take action and be brave and change your life. We have the Midas and Miser card. The shadow attribute is hoarding money and emotions, obsessive fear of losing your wealth. So have you been in this miser mentality, hoarding your wealth and your emotions, not sharing your wealth with the people around you, being scared of losing your money, being scared of losing your resources? You're so scared that you will lose your money that you're holding on too tightly to it. You're not spending, you're not giving where it is needed, you're not using it wisely, you are holding on too tight to it. Remember, when we hold on to something, we don't let it grow. When you're holding too tight to your money, you're not letting it grow. When it flows freely, that's when it grows. Money needs to circulate. Just like emotions, even emotions, they are all energies. If you are holding on too tightly to your emotions, not sharing it with the people around you, not telling people that you love them or you miss them or you care for them, not showing your love and emotions to people, not doing good things for them, not buying them gifts for your loved ones, all that money and all that emotion is useless. It's just rubbish if it's not bringing any happiness to the people around you. So remember to get out of that mentality of a miser, whether it's emotions or it is money. Let the energy flow. The more the energy flows through you, the more that abundance that will come to you. Stagnant energy, stagnant emotion, stagnant money will never do you any good. It will just rot inside of you and cause disease. Remember that. One last card. We have trickster, manipulating others through duplicity. So yes, I have seen many people in my life who are tricksters. They just tell wild stories, make excuses for their failures, for their insecurities, for their inaptitude, for their inefficiencies. Just excuses. I can't do this for you because of this. I can't do this because of this. They are just full of excuses. They are always giving you excuses why they can't do anything for you. And I always say, find an excuse to do it. No, they can't give you time because they have work. We all work, but we remove time for the people we love, right? We all are busy, but we remove time for the people who need us in their time of difficulty and in their happy times and in their sad times, right? So we do what we want to do. We all take time out for the things that we want to do. So when someone tells me they are busy, I know that they actually don't want to do it, because nobody is too busy to do the things they like to do or they want to do it. So if you are in this energy and if you are making and manipulating people and telling all these excuses and lies and stories, you need to get out of it or you will damage your own life. Alright, so let us see how it will affect our love and romance. How will this full moon affect our love and romance? How will the full moon affect our love and romance? We have express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. If you are in a relationship, it's telling you to go ahead and make that romantic gesture. If you have been wanting to propose to someone or to express your love for them or to send them gifts or show them how much you feel for them, this is the right time to do it. Express your love. And you have to make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you are guided to take. So the universe may be telling you and asking you to take the steps towards your love, to make the effort, to put in the extra time, effort and emotions into a situation, but you have been avoiding it, being the trickster. Then the universe is telling you to put that effort and time before you lose everything. And we have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So if you have been in the trickster energy, you have just played games in your relationships, you have always worn a mask and never expressed your true self, you have never expressed your true fears, your insecurities, your hardships, your emotions, your love, your caring, or whatever it may be for in your situation, your deeper, darkest secrets. There should be someone whom you can share with, right? And if you are not doing that for fear of what the other person will think or what they may think about you or you may lose them, Don't worry. It's better that people love us in our authenticity, or we should lose such people from around us. If they are not true to us, let them go. We don't need people who are tricksters and liars and all that. So unless someone is open to getting to know you, or someone is putting the effort to know you, that is also important. Most people don't bother, they just are interested in superficial relationships, sex, have fun, that's it. They don't want to know you deeply, they don't want to know more about you. They don't have the time and effort to put into you, or the emotions. They are not putting that they're not investing their time and emotions into you. Then you don't need such people. So if you meet someone new and they come with a expression of love, first get to know them. Find out how they are, what you are. This is a good time to first know more about the people you want to get involved with, and then take the next move. That will help your bond deepen. Definitely, I don't feel connected to people unless I know them well. So let us see what advice we are getting from Spirit at this time. What advice we are getting from the angels. Ask for help from others. So if you have been overwhelmed with trying to do everything in your life on your own, the smallest things and the biggest things, that usually exhausts us so much mentally and emotionally that we don't have the bandwidth to do anything better in our lives. So ask for help and delegate your work, share your burdens with others, and I'm sure they will help you. Ask help. It is not a weakness to ask help from others. It takes a lot of strength. So never feel that it is a burden to ask help or it is weakness to ask help. It is friendship. That's what friends are for, right? I mean, that's what the people around us are for. When we can stand up and we can support and be there for others, why can't they? So it's an equal give and take. So don't feel ashamed to ask for help from anyone. Let's see which planet is going to affect us the most at this time. And we have Venus. Wow, the feminine energy. The part of you that desires beauty, success, indulgence, and valuables. So there is going to be a lot of emphasis on Venus. We will focus more on our feminine side, on our nurturing, caring, motherly side, on our beauty, ourselves, luxuries, bringing good things into our life. We may indulge in self pampering, maybe get massages, spas, focus on our beauty, on our hair, our skin, which is always a good thing. Self-love is a good thing. So we need to bring more self-love into ourselves. And we may also buy good things for ourselves. That could also be our focus at this time. Remember, don't overspend and don't do anything careless. But yes, it's not about being vain and self-absorbed. It is about self-love and taking more care about yourself, about your mental health, about your emotional health, about your physical health, and we do need that at this time, right? So that will be the focus at this time. Let's see which zodiac sign will affect us the most at this time. And we have Scorpio. We also got the transformation card in the beginning, and we got all water signs. So Scorpio is going to be very important. Maybe you may meet a Scorpio at this time that will help you in your situation. That will be important at this time. That will bring a transformation in your life. That will bring love into your life. That will leave your life, or that it may be good for work or business or a partnership, whatever it may be for you. This energy is intense, masterful, thoughtful, and magnetically charming, but also secretive and possessive. So it could also be that you demonstrate more of the Scorpio energy. You may become more secretive and possessive, or you may become charming and more intense and thoughtful at this time. Scorpios are known to be very deep and thoughtful. So maybe you may feel very deep and thoughtful, or very intense, or very passionate. Scorpio is also known for the sex and passion, right? Sexual energy and passionate energy. So maybe you may feel that energy strongly at this time as well. So let us see what blessings are coming to us, what love messages, and what divine guidance is coming at this time. What does the universe want to say to us? And we have things are about to get really juicy. Wow, matches the Scorpio energy, right? I was just talking about it. More passion, more love, more sexual chemistry at this time. So things are about to get really juicy. So be prepared for that. A little heads up on an addiction that affects really all souls. Giving love eventually becomes an even greater need than receiving love. See, you are not stressed. So, most old souls love to give love. Trust me, ask me about it. We just keep giving and giving and giving, and we forget that we need to receive as well. And today we got the card that love never goes in vain. So maybe we have been in relationships where we have just given and not received enough back. So probably now the universe is sending people in our life who will give us this love and intensity that we wanted initially, that we have but we were not getting. So the right person may now come into your life, who may be a Scorpio, and will give you that intensity, and that you will have a very juicy connection with this person. You will receive the satisfaction that you were seeking earlier and not receiving in your other relationships. So maybe the relationship will be more intense, more sexually, passionately satisfying for you than other relationships have ever been. And that forms the basis, right? Even the sexual act, I always believe, shows how much the person cares for you. If they are too self-absorbed on their own satisfaction and their own orgasm, that's not the way to go, right? If they don't care how you are feeling, how comfortable you are, and they're not investing time and emotion in you and not helping you feel satisfied and not focusing on your happiness. Love making can be the most altruistic or the most selfish. Depends on us. If someone is being selfish in bed, you need to let that person go. If someone is not caring what you feel and how you feel and what you need, what your needs are, what your requirements are, that's not a good person to be with, right? You need to care for each other, and if they don't, it's very obvious how much they care for you. So let such people go and allow the right person to come so that the things can get really juicy and happy in your life. Let's get one more advice from the universe. Be bold and make the first move. Cardinal Moon. Wow. So the time has come now for you to be bold and make that move. So if there is a person in your life who you like and who you feel connected to and who you feel loved, then connect with them and be the first to make the move. Or if there's anything else in your life that you want to move forward with, then the universe is asking you to be bold and make the first move. And we did get the gathering card that the universe is supporting you, and I did mention you need to just make the first move and then the whole universe will come to support you, right? In the beginning of the reading. So again the universe is confirming that sentence that I said, that you make the first move, be bold, and we will be standing by you. So finally let's pull out a blessing to see what blessing we will receive from the full moon. We have the blessing of protection. Wow. The universe is again confirming to you that they are protecting you and they are taking care of you. Nothing wrong will happen in your life. Be bold and make the first move. Take the action that you need to take. Make the efforts that you need to make. And the universe will always protect you mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. The universe will always stand by you and support you. I have seen that in my life. The universe always supports us. So friends, this was the reading for the full moon. I hope you liked it. If it resonated, do like, share, subscribe and comment. I would love to hear from you. And I also want to make a big shout out for my friend Darren from Ireland. He's also a fellow tarot card reader. His channel is Darren Dragon. Do support him. And thank you, Darren, for always supporting me and showing your love. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So friends, thank you so much for taking your time to be here. Take care of you. Be happy and healthy. Stay safe. Bye.